Medical takaful is very important because it is the protector of our financial situation if unfortunate things happen. When medical technology improves and illnesses become more prevalent, the cost of care increases as well. Therefore, medical coverage can avoid paying high bills and unpredictable costs. Among all the takaful companies in Malaysia, we have chosen three of the companies which are PruBSN Takaful, Etiqa Takaful and Takaful Malaysia to compare which medical plan is the best. The comparison are made according to the purpose, coverage, contribution, contract use, main rider, additional riders, and compensation.
The first medical company that we chose is Prudential BSN Takaful. Prudential BSN Takaful Medic Plan is a yearly renewable family Takaful plan with coverage up to age 70 years old. It provides you with a range of coverage from accidental injury to hospitalization as well as outpatient treatments including cancer and kidney dialysis treatment. These are the examples of the coverage covered by Prudential BSN Takaful Medic Plan. As for the contribution, it is payable until the age of 69 years old. The contribution amount varies by the chosen deductible, which for this plan is on an annual basis. This plan includes a wakalah charge, which is 20% of your contribution, and tabarruk deduction is 80% of your contribution. Next, the contract used in this plan is wakalah bi al-ujrah, tabarruk, and ta'awun. Lastly, the compensation is based on what coverage the participants engage in. As you can see here, hospital daily room and board benefit is 150 ringgit per day. Emergency treatment for accidental injury benefit charge up to 5,000 ringgit per annum. Government hospital daily cash benefit is 50 ringgit per day. As for others, it is charged subject to deductible. And for this plan, the annual limit is 100,000 ringgit Malaysia.
Okay, next, the second company that we have picked is Etiqa Takaful, namely e-medical pass Takaful, and the plan type that we have chosen is the silver plan. It is a stand-alone medical Takaful plan that provides medical coverage up to age 80. These plans offer a wide spectrum of coverage such as inpatient and day care surgery benefits, and also outpatient benefits. In terms of the contribution, it is payable until the age of 80. The total contribution that you have to pay may vary by plan type, deductible option, occupation, and your attained age. The plan includes a wakalah fee, which will be deducted from contribution at a rate of 10%, and also they will charge a fixed 96 ringgit from the contribution each year for each certificate. In this plan, the contract used are tabarruk, wakalah, ju'alah, and mudarabah. Next, the compensation is determined by the type of coverage used by the participants. As shown, hospital room and board charges are based on a ringgit Malaysia per day limit of 100 ringgit, and for the others, it is charged in accordance with the overall annual limit. Lastly, the annual limit for this plan is 60,000 ringgit.
The third institution is Takaful Malaysia Berhad, and we've chosen the bronze plan under this company. Takaful Malaysia MyClick Medicare is an individual medical plan that pays the eligible medical expenses up to the overall annual limit. This plan also covers for many kinds of coverage, similar with Etiqa company previously, such as inpatient and daycare surgical benefits and outpatient benefits. The contribution is up to till the age of 85 years old. The contribution amount varies by plan option, gender, and attained the age of the person covered at the renewal. This plan includes a wakalah charge, which is 38% of the participants' contribution will be paid to the TOs as their marketing and administration expenses. There are three types of contracts that are being used by the company, such as tabarruk, wakalah, and court contract. Aside from that, we also have a compensation based on the type of coverage that have been used by the policyholders. Next, the daily compensation for hospital room and board is 100 ringgit. They also provide 100 ringgit as daily cash benefits if you are hospitalized locally and others. And lastly, the annual limit of this bronze plan is 50,000 ringgit.
In my opinion, firstly, all Takaful products, Prudential PSN Takaful, Etiqa Takaful and also Takaful Malaysia have the same purpose. As for the coverage, Etiqa Takaful has the largest number of coverage, so it is more beneficial to choose. But unlike Prudential PSN and also Takaful Malaysia, Etiqa Takaful does not cover government hospital daily cash benefit. Next, in terms of the contributions or the premiums, Takaful Malaysia has the highest paying duration throughout the certificate term and also the highest percentage of wakalah charge, which is 38% of the contribution. Next, moving on to the contract used for Prudential PSN, it was applied to the Ta'awun contract, which is mutual assistance. Secondly, what to note is that only Etiqa Takaful offers Jualah contract and Mudarabah contract. Next, only Takaful Malaysia offers the contract of card, which the other two, Prudential PSN and Etiqa Takaful, do not offer. As for the main rider, Prudential PSN has the least main rider as compared to the other two products, whereas as for the additional riders, Prudential PSN is the only company that covers government hospital daily cash benefit for additional riders. And what to note is that Takaful Malaysia does not cover emergency accidental outpatient treatment when compared to the other two companies. Last but not least, in terms of the compensation in RM, since most coverage is dependent either as charged or subject to deductible, there is no fixed price for the total payments. However, each product has an annual limit and Prudential PSN has the highest annual limits as compared to Etiqa Takaful and Takaful Malaysia. So next, moving on to the observations, what would be the consequences if the policyholder default in payment of their contributions or premiums? To begin with, the consequences depend on the company's terms and conditions. In Prudential BSN, if the policyholder fails to pay their contributions or premium, they have to provide consent to deduct tabarruk, service charge and risk management charge for optional benefits if any, and supplementary benefits if any from their account. If they fail to provide the consent, the optional benefits or any supplementary benefits they have chosen will come to an end even if there are adequate units in their respective accounts. Next, in Etiqa, the policyholders will be given a grace period of 31 days from the contribution due for them to make the payment. Within the grace period, if the contribution due is not paid, then the plan may terminate thereafter and the policyholders will not be entitled to the benefits. Similar to Etiqa, in Takaful Malaysia, the policyholders will have 30 days from the contribution due to make the payment. And if the payment is not made within time, the certificate will lapse and policyholders will not have any Takaful cover, benefit or value.
The second observations are the few strategies that could be applied to improve the current practices, such as by setting up a clear regulatory framework by the supervisory authorities such as PNM, including the Takaful institutions. This is to educate the public about the use and differences among these Sharia contracts through many platforms so that the participants are able to increase more their knowledge. And secondly is the innovation in the current Takaful system by having a virtual consultation with the millennial generation and provide many medical coverage plans that are affordable for the B40 family, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic.
After all the comparison has been made, we observe that Etiqa Takaful offers the best medical scheme among them, as we can see that the company provides the most coverage and benefits for the plan. Other than that, Etiqa Medical Plan deducts the lowest percentage of wakalah fee at only 10% from the contributions. Next, it also offered the most main riders and a few additional riders that can be added on by the participants to enhance the plan. Lastly, although the annual limit is not at the highest rate among the three companies, the amount set is actually sufficient for the annual coverage. In conclusion, every company that offers a Takaful plan has its own benefit and minor disadvantages, so we should study and do some comparison so that we can choose the best plan according to our preference.